Down and in sports.
Somebody say something.
Oh well, it must be
What's good?
Tuesday.
We got it again.
It's
It
Tuesday.
must be, it must be Tuesday. We in the building, live and direct. You see, we got company in the house with us. So, everybody, put on they Tuesday best. We in the building, down in Sports Talk in the house, left-handed right here at RM Desk on Twitter, which is this right now. You already know. My code D is in the building. That's Yada Bill over there. Already got her celebratory colors on. You know what it is. And we got our special guests, nevertheless, in the middle. You see the name right there. Tanisha's in the building with us, holding us down, rocking out, talking some sports. No, don't get it twisted. This is what we do over here. But tonight is a night that somebody on the panel's been waiting all season for, about 18 to 21 weeks.
I mean,
They've been waiting to talk their ish, and they're gonna talk their ish. You wanna know why they're gonna talk their ish? Because they're just gonna talk their ish like that, and the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl, or are in the Super Bowl,
yeah.
coming up this Sunday against the Kansas City Chiefs. And so I'm gonna turn the show over to Browski, aka Yada Bear. Tanisha's in the building. They're gonna chop it up, talk some Philadelphia Eagles, talk some NFL, and I'm gonna sit back and wish my Buccaneers was in the Super Bowl.
Well,
Oh, did you just say the Buccaneers? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the team.
I mean, that's his
But
team.
we'll get into that. It's all about the Eagles right now. We'll get
Yeah.
into that.
I
We'll get
mean,
into the
listen,
Buccaneers.
listen. It's that time again. It's that time of year where the cream has rose to the top of the NFC.
Oh,
You know,
brother.
last year was
Oh.
was last year. You know, in the words of my quarterback, we keep the main thing, and all he does is win. So there's nothing different going to happen on Sunday. He's going to win. You know, um, this is a different Eagles team. We've been talking about this team all season, how the defense, has matured. We brought in the guy, Vic Fangio in here. Instead of having a defensive coordinator who have a Fangio style of defense, how about you bring in Vic Fangio? And that's what we did. We had Howie in the back room making all types of, deals. We brought in guys that people threw away, aka Zach Barn, first team, all defense. My man was playing kickoff with his special teams for the Saints. Riding the bench.
Oh, hold your thought. We're gonna talk about the New Orleans Saints. Like we got to talk about that, Browski. It's
Oh,
it's
oh
it's
yeah,
it's a sad thing
yeah.
going on. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, had this guy, sitting on the bench, riding the bench, didn't know what they had. Vangio said, "Oh no, we can work with him. We can bring him right on over, plug him right into the starting lineup, and now he's first team all defense, which is wow." Then we have two young guns on the corner. You got Quinion, who been locking receivers down the whole season, and then we got this white boy that
Uh oh.
white boy as a corner.
Uh oh.
Cooper to Gene. Like this is crazy. We haven't seen a white boy make an impact at corner since Jason Sehorn.
Jason Sehorn.
That wow. We when we look at the corner position, we never see a white guy there. It's like, oh, we see a white guy there, we're gonna take advantage of him. Nah, not with Cooper. You know, he's a different breed. He definitely had that Philly swag. He embraced the city. He embraced our culture. Um, and then our defensive front, Jalen Carter, been a monster all season. Milton Williams
Yeah.
killing it. And then, Brandon Graham goes down, and then the emergence of Nolan Smith on the edge, you know, finishing plays, being disrupted in the backfield. So it's been beautiful here. And, as you see my shirt, with the Saquon hurdle,
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
got the number one rusher in the league is Saquon Barkley out here just making things look easy behind this magical, marvelous we gotta talk about the offensive line. We gotta talk about another guy that a terrible organization told us was bad in Mekhi Beckham. They told the league
Hmm.
this guy was bad. He was a first round pick in 2022. They said this guy is trash. He's a bust. No, he's a bust on your team. You're the bust. The Jets are the bus. And he comes here and look, he's in a Super Bowl. This guy hasn't given up many sacks at all this season. He has 4 penalties. When he was with the Jets, he had like 22 penalties in a season. That's like one of the most, like the highest, that someone ever had. And he comes in with 4. So that's telling me that it wasn't the player, it was the organization. And we have seen that from the Jets year after year. Okay? Then
Yeah, that's true.
and then we got we got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith doing their thing, Dallas Goddard doing their thing, and then we have Jalen Hurts who brings it all together. He slowed down on all the turnovers. He's taking what the defense is giving him, and he's taking it one play at a time. You know, when I look at Jalen Hurts, I look at him as being a game manager. And there's nothing wrong with being
Hmm.
a game manager.
Hmm.
Everybody don't have to be a superstar quarterback because where are all the superstar quarterbacks at? Home. The
At
Josh
home.
Allen's, the Lamar Jackson, the Joe Burrows. All them guys are at home watching Jalen Hurts manage.
Working on their Home Depot projects.
Okay,
They
watching
fixed. They
Jalen
cleaned
Hurts
out the fish tanks.
manage the team and managing and going to the Super Bowl and about to get a win. Okay, so I'm just we are the city is on fire. Gilly is running around the city doing crazy stuff. He on TikTok challenging Taylor Swift. He at the kickoff celebration dancing on the stage. Like this guy is living his dream. You got Kevin Hart buying
Hmm.
2 Eagles. It is crazy. Like these guys are going nuts. It's gonna be crazy in New Orleans. You know how Philly fans are. We go to a city and we just take over. And they definitely taking over New Orleans right now. So I just can't wait to Sunday. Like we are waiting for Sunday. Like we wish the Super Bowl was last Sunday. Like we waiting so bad. Like I'm so fired up. Like build up with anticipation, excitement. I cannot wait. We already got the bottles in the fridge chilling because we already know at the end of
Look,
the
we
game
got
we
the
pop
bottles
the
in the
bottles. We
fridge.
celebrating out here.
Got the
Everybody,
cheese rolls.
look, everybody's climbing the poles. Left, look, everybody's on the poles. Okay, everybody climbing
I hear
poles,
you.
light
As you
poles,
should. As you should. No doubt.
traffic light poles, stripper poles, wherever. Look,
Stripper poles, lightning
light poles,
poles,
like whatever. We climbing them. Okay, we hanging
huh,
from them. We
clothesline poles, all that.
all of it.
No
We
doubt.
climbing everything. And
So,
hanging off the building
so
and
yo, so T. So, what's your thoughts about the game coming up on Sunday, Chiefs and the Eagles?
Look, I have been limiting my viewership for the whole season with the whole Chiefs and the Taylor Swift thing because I just
Mm.
can't. And so I've been back and forth about even if I'm going to watch this year. This would probably be the first Super Bowl that I'm talking about not wanting to watch because of the fact of the Chiefs going for a three-peat. So I have
Mm.
nothing against the Chiefs, but I'm definitely rooting for the Eagles. And I'm a Seahawks fan. So,
Oh,
my
and
team
you
is
and,
a
and
wild.
you got the nerve to look at me sideways,
I can't
Miss
look at you
Miss.
sideways.
Don't
I
Miss.
can't.
Don't, and look, Browski. Hey, listen, Miss. Don't run the ball in. Throw the ball. We'll win the Super Bowl if you just throw
oh,
the ball. Don't
oh
slant.
wow. Wow.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about beast mode. Beast
Wow.
mode will get you there, but don't worry about him getting you in. And listen, yeah, Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, okay. My man DJ Diz is a big Seahawks fan, so salute. Absolutely, the Seahawks. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a
And
Buccaneers fan.
we
Hard body karate, Buck Nation. What? But
we
yeah,
stay consistent,
huh?
but we stay consistent in the wild card,
Yeah,
you know, as
you
always.
know.
But if anyone
Weren't you the guy?
deserved it,
Weren't you the team that said when y'all played Green Bay in the playoffs was like we're gonna win when they played when Seattle went up to Green Bay when they had Hasselbeck at quarterback and they flipped the coin in overtime and he said we're gonna get the ball and win and he threw it. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
that
bring up the bad
They
memories.
gonna bring up
I'm
Tyson
sorry,
Campbell
Tanisha.
twice.
I'm sorry. I didn't bring up the bad memories. I'm sorry. I'm
don't do it.
sorry.
Yeah, I think the Eagles definitely deserved this. I think, like she said, this team has definitely matured from the last time that they came
Hmm.
KFC,
Hmm.
not KFC, I'm sorry, KC. So I think that it's going to be different this year for the
Okay.
Eagles. I think it is because I think they are a team that learns from their lessons. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here right now. And other teams obviously did not fit the bill to beat who they needed to beat in order to get here. I know I was disappointed that the Lions
That,
didn't
shit,
make it.
that was a shot fired at the Buffalo Bills. I see what you did there, Tanisha. I see what you did there. That was
What?
a shot fired at Buffalo. I see what you did.
I,
Now
I like
she gonna play innocent. Look, she gonna play innocent, y'all. Look at this. You see what she? I see what you did there. I saw what you did.
I like Josh. I like
Uh huh.
Josh. I feel for
Sure you do.
him. I feel for him. I do.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
but they just couldn't cut it. They just couldn't cut it, and they were so close, like impeccably close. What happened? Because I really don't even want to remember it, but we can't not oversee it as far as just that one drop at the end.
Mm. But yeah, yo,
But I
it's
was
the Super
pulling
Bowl.
for the
The
Eagles.
Super Bowl is gonna be crazy. The Super Bowl is gonna be crazy. Looking forward to it. I think the referees are gonna try to make a point of not trying to give the game to the Chiefs. I think ball control is definitely gonna be a factor in this game.
Mhm.
When I say ball control, it's like you keep Mahomes off the field, and then Mahomes is gonna go try to keep Jalen and them off the field. So again, I think this game is going to be like Tanisha said. The Eagles definitely learned from the last time, and the last game wasn't a bad game. Did Jalen Hurts have like 2 touchdowns
Yeah.
in the last Super
He
Bowl they
he
played?
he actually he
I
played
mean,
played well.
yeah,
He
I
had
mean,
a recovered
so
fumble.
yeah, so again,
Recovered fumble, and we had
this
a
game is gonna.
controversial call. That pass interference call was so trash. That
Mm,
was the trash call right there. That's
mm,
when the ref said, "Oh no, they we got to step in." And when they called that
right.
pass interference call, I said, "Yeah." I said the fix is in. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, so I think that when you talk about this game right here, the Chiefs, they've been, flying by the seat of their pants for the last couple of years now. And with the NFL saying that, the refs aren't, having, giving the Chiefs any advantages. If we're sitting here watching the game and we're at home and we're miles, thousands of miles away and we're watching the game and we're looking at the same thing that these referees who are 10 yards and 5 yards and 2 yards away, they don't see it and we see it. What's wrong with that picture?
Mhm.
Where do these late flags come from? How come Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson doesn't get the same autonomy that Patrick Mahomes gets? If you breathe on Patrick Mahomes, that's roughing the passer. You can hit Joe Burrow, take his knee out, face mask Lamar, and they didn't see it. But if you're in the vicinity of Patrick Mahomes, they're throwing the flag. So there's some kind of imbalance in that right there. But I'm gonna give my pick later on in the show. I just wanted to get the vibe because I know Brass got more to say about the Eagles and talk about all of that. Brandon Graham is going to be ready. I mean, again, this is a situation right here where earlier in the season you didn't know. We were talking about whether his career is going to be over.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
It's going
But
to be
now
something
they, they
bad.
kept they kept the train moving, and now he's going to be able to try to participate on Sunday, which I think is very, very, very dope. You know what I mean? We in the building, man. Down in Sports Talk on a Tuesday, we got Tanisha in the house with us, holding us down, talking about she's a Seahawks fan. I'm gonna hold that against her though. You know what I mean? Everybody have a birthday. How you feel about your old coach going to coach the Raiders?
Yo, I'm kind of interested at what's going to happen over there, and I know there's probably going to be some trades happening, like probably
Mm,
off season
mm.
for sure.
I saw Beast Mode at the Pete Carroll press conference. You saw when he was in the back, Raiders. Pete
Uh-huh.
Carroll's like, "Yo, relax, baby. Cool, Beast Mode, chill out, baby."
Yeah, chill out.
Um,
You need to go ahead and speak back up.
this is what we wanted to talk about. We're gonna definitely get back to the Eagles because I know Brasky got some more stuff to talk about. Um, Two names have been in the news the past few days, especially past since the weekend: Luca and AD. Luka Doncic was traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. Everybody's the opinions run the gamut. But when this thing first happened, it was like I don't know how to explain it. It was overkill. It was doing too much. It was jumping out the window. It was ambulance chasers. It was everything except what it was supposed to be. Wow, this never happened before in the NBA. This is the greatest trade I ever seen in my life. I was looking at Browski. I was like looking at this. I was like, word.
Yeah.
They traded when I first saw it. I was like, oh snap! They traded Luka Doncic for AD. Then I said, wait a minute. Luka Doncic was the man last year. Now you trade him. Then I said, oh, the Dallas Mavericks didn't want to give him his money. They didn't want to sign him to that extension this summer, the Supermax,
Mhm.
and now he's not going to be eligible for it.
Mm-mm.
He's 26 years old. He's supposed to be one of the top 3, 5 players in the league. The Dallas Mavericks, it was all about Luka Doncic. All about Luka. Luka this, Luka that, Luka the third. They got Kyrie Irving. They went and got Klay Thompson. The Mavericks are supposed to be doing their thing. Now he's fat. He's out of shape. He's not conditioned. He was what did we say, Bowski? He was not a cancer, but he was a bad, example of the team. And he
Yeah.
was supposed to be the face of the team. And
Yeah.
so one of y'all got to explain to me how this makes sense because I don't get it.
Well,
I
I
don't get
I
it at
feel
all.
like they went on a smear campaign to
Mm-hmm.
justify the trade. Like they had to say all this stuff about them to justify the trade to the mainstream media. Um,
Okay.
you know, people who watch
You ain't got
basketball.
the lie, Craig. You ain't got the lie.
Yeah, people who have
Mm-hmm.
been watching basketball for a while and have watched the trend, especially with the Lakers, that we have seen that they always going to try to make a splash every couple of years, and we see
They got
that.
Dwight Howard, and that
Yeah,
was.
but we see that they haven't been winning. I mean, we just talked behind the scenes how they won the in season tournament, but didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, that
They've only made
that tells you everything you need to know. You win the
a,
in-season
a
tournament, don't
deep,
make the
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah. They haven't really made a deep playoff run, like that. Um, they had to shake it up, and the odd man out was AD. Excuse me, was AD. He had to get out of there, and I don't know what
But I mean,
I don't know.
again, you got LeBron who pays $1 million a year to keep his body in shape. Then he's got this dude, the Pillsbury alleged Pillsbury Doughboy, in Luka Doncic. Like, how is that going to work? When we talked about Luka not even being able to keep up a pace as far as the play is concerned. You know what I mean? Because like you said, Kyrie likes to run the ball up and down the court. Luca likes to walk it up the court. So how's that dynamic gonna work in LA when LeBron does what he does, and he's gonna be able, and they're both ball dominant. There's only one basketball out there,
It's gonna be
and
weird.
the ball got to be in LeBron's hands. So what does that say about Luca? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I don't know.
So
I
it's
don't
crazy to
know.
me.
I don't know about it
Huh?
staying in LeBron's hands. I don't think that's what's going to happen when it comes to LA.
Mm.
Think
Mm-hmm.
eventually what's going to end up happening. Luke, first of all, Luca was with the Mavs for 7 years. If they were having problems with him or doubting him, they would have probably got rid of him sooner than later. But of course,
Mm.
there were other major trades that were pretty much going on that stopped that from happening, 5 years ago, obviously. But as far as LeBron and Luca playing together, I feel like eventually that's going to become a young team.
Mm.
How many more
Okay.
years do you think LeBron has with the Lakers to really start setting the team around really him? Now, are there any more bets on the Lakers except for him at this point? And JJ had a connection with Luca too, where they were cool off court and said he wanted to, ride with Luca. He's played with Luca as well. So I mean, this was all hush. They couldn't say anything about this trade. And like we said before, like Yada said before, they had to have been talking about this last year. And they literally said they couldn't say anything. Anybody who was even remotely close to this idea coming up couldn't say a word. Because if
Mm-hmm.
someone said something, this trade would not have happened. I was shocked about it because I'm like, Luca's stats are ridiculous in the Mavs. Straight up, he thought he was going to be there. I would have seen him stay for his entire career, at least just as long as Steph has been with the Warriors. Like
Mm-hmm.
it just, to me, works. AD on that end of it, he was with the Pelicans. Now we all remember his start with the Pelicans, and then ended up on the Lakers, which I thought was, pretty decent to come in and help LeBron, but it almost felt like a whole LeBron and Kyrie kind of situation all over again. LeBron on any team that he's been on has been a leader of that team and has stood out ever since he was with the Cavs. So now that he's now older, how do we assume that Luca is really, going to keep up to LeBron's speed of how he wants to play? I feel like LeBron is going to be looking for Luca to assist him and give him his major plays when he feels like it. And then that's it. And then eventually, I don't know how long he planned on staying in the league, but if he got all these personal endeavors outside of it, he's pretty much to me setting himself up to let the Lakers be a young team after he's gone.
um, I don't know. With this trade, like I kind of feel like this is just a pit stop for Luca because Luca has already made a comment that he said that it wasn't set in stone that he's going to resign with the Lakers. So
Okay.
I think this is just a pit stop for him. I think this was a way for him to navigate himself out of Dallas because he already knew that he wasn't going to get that money. I think it all comes down to the money, and I think he already excuse me he worried that he wasn't going to get that bread because one, Mark Cuban sold majority of his shares to the team. He's not even the majority owner of the team anymore.
Yeah.
So Mark is
Which
the
he
one
wouldn't
that
have even traded him.
Mark hands out checks, and Luca was Mark's boy, just like how
Mm-hmm.
Bert was Mark's boy. So once Mark sold majority of the shares of the team,
Mm-hmm.
I I think Luca saw the writing on the wall, and I think Mark probably even said to him, "You're not going to get the supermax. The only way for you to get out the situation is to go to another team." I feel like they looked at the Lakers. Like I said, the NBA is a boys' club. Everybody is friends. Everybody's friends with each other. So I feel like Luca had a conversation with Brian and JJ, and like there was tampering. We all know there was tampering. They talked. They probably talked in the off season, and once they was able to get the ball rolling, saw the play, they made it happen. They you know did the trade. Um, I just think that the style of play with him and LeBron, I think it's gonna be interesting. Because they Luka plays slow. LeBron kind of like in between. Um, I think Luka gonna play off the ball more. I think LeBron's gonna handle majority of the ball handling still. Luka probably play off the ball. Um, a lot of shooting. Luka probably have a lot of scoring. His scoring probably go up a little bit more. But I just see this as temporarily. I feel like Luka's probably gonna be going next season. Um,
Hmm.
I feel like LeBron probably be going within like next year also. So I think this is a pit stop. I truly think Luka.
Oh, you think it's oh, okay. I feel you on that. That's a way to look at it. You think it's one
Yeah,
of those Mike Piazza in the with the Florida Marlins thing,
yeah.
like
I
15
truly
minutes and
think
then you go
Luka's
somewhere
gonna
else.
end up in Miami next year. I think he's gonna
Okay.
end up in Miami next year. That's where I think he's gonna end up at. You know,
Yeah, I mean because a lot of people was talking about, well, how could they trade Luka Doncic? I mean, again, like you said,
anybody
when
can
Mark
trade him.
Cuban sold his controlling interest, he sold the controlling interest of
Yeah,
Luka Doncic.
yeah,
So again,
Hmm.
his Luka Doncic's future and his destiny wasn't tied to Mark Cuban like that no more. Because Mark
yeah,
Cuban can say, no, we're not trading you. You can't go nowhere because he don't have to say so.
yeah.
So again, like you said, and I didn't think about that either. Where this could just be like you know, a pit stop for Luka Doncic. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And that would be crazy. And what would that say about the Lakers as a franchise? Because everybody see. Here's the thing. I'm sorry, T. I'm about to go in. Browski said, that's Browski over there. Browski said that this Laker franchise is one of the greatest sports franchises in the history of sports franchises, which is true, right? They went Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem
Yeah.
Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, right? Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
I'm making a point to make a point. You know what I mean? They always had to have somebody, which they deserve.
I'm
But I
picking up
didn't
what you're
think.
putting down. I'm picking up what you're putting
Okay,
down. Go ahead.
okay, as long as I'm making sense to somebody.
Mhm.
I'm feeling like the Lakers made this move, like Browski said, to make a splash. But again, whatever comes back in their face, Tanisha, it's like egg.
Mhm.
You want to make a move, you want to make a power move so bad that you end up looking crazy in the process.
Mhm.
And the only thing that you have to fall back on, Tanisha, is the fact that you're one of the storied franchises of the NBA. You don't have those times where you're just down in the dumps and like the New York Knicks. You don't get that. When you're down, oh, it's okay. We'll be back. Shout out to my man Slate. Shout out to Kia. Shout out to OG Wood. All those Laker fans, yo. They don't. Win Walker.
Win.
They don't care. You know what I mean? But to me, it's like they're trying too hard. Tanisha, they doing too much. Instead of just letting it play out, and then they're watching all these other teams around them, right? Do what they're supposed to do. Not so much of this, oh, they're gonna dominate. You know what I mean? But they're doing what they're supposed to do. The Lakers, for as much prestige and notoriety as you put on that franchise, you look at them kind of like sideways. Like
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Almost like the Yankees. Almost. The Yankees ain't won the World Series since 1998, some shit. Like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
2009.
Yeah.
Let me get my math mixed up. I'm sorry, George Steinbrenner. I'm sorry. 2009. The
2009.
Yankees haven't been in the World Series, right?
Yeah.
So again, we're used to it as Yankee fans, but we're talking about the Knicks and all that right now, the Lakers right now. I don't respect the Lakers. I
Right.
They
didn't
have
like them
two
because they were
good
always, huh?
Now go ahead.
They
Go ahead.
got too
I
big a
got you.
piece
Go
to
ahead.
fill.
I mean, I mean, I lost respect for them when they hung the banner for the in season tournament. Like, what the hell is
That
that?
was that was a big deal
Then
because I mean,
not to mention, T, and I let you finish your thought. They won the title in the bubble. I'm done. Go ahead.
which
They
since
won
you
the
know that was
NBA title in the bubble. Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead.
that was just practice. We was practicing. That was like uh field, that was like playing a field game or something. That I mean, you put an extra couple of
Uh oh.
thousand on the table, and of course somebody gonna show out. But then we back in now again though. In season tournament games do count towards the regular season.
In season tournament is trash.
The in season tournament is just what is just that. The
It's
in
trash.
season tournament. It's just that. That's all it
It's
is.
a field.
It's trash.
It's a
This
field game.
the season is not over. When the in season tournament is over, they go back to playing the season. So I don't get it. I don't
I
understand
don't.
now that
I
as an
get it.
old head, the OG, I will never understand. Never,
But
never.
but
You can't sell me on the fact that you're gonna have an in season tournament while you having a regular season to get to a tournament at the end of the season.
exactly.
Like,
It's
what are we
crazy.
doing? What are we
But
doing?
but the real
Showing that
trade.
if this season was to end, this is who would win it. That's just point blank period. That's all that is. Bragging rights, really.
Eh, well,
But you can't really brag if you don't make it to the playoffs and you ain't winning the actual, the championship. It's all about that bag. That's about it. So then that leads me to believe, what are y'all doing with y'all money? Where 500K means a lot.
yeah. Well, the the real trade that happened, where we got De'Aaron Fox going to San Antonio to pair up with Wembanyama. That trade right there, that is
Mm-hmm.
the real trade. That makes San Antonio way better to have him
Way better.
team
Yeah.
up with another star along with Chris Paul there to help navigate these young guys on the court, and they didn't have to really give up any of their young core. So that was a great trade there, right there. And now we finally got Zach LaVine off of Chicago. Zach
Mm-hmm.
LaVine
After all these years, right?
3 years ago. So now he's finally in Sacramento, which also I feel like they didn't really lose much because Zach LaVine is still that guy. So have him paired up with Sabonis and the rest of the guys there, it's not like the Kings really fell off. But I'm really excited to see De'Aaron Fox and Wembanyama on the court together and see how they will coexist together. Um, because you already know, that a couple times when we talk about the NBA, I keep saying how the league is force feeding us Victor Wembanyama. You know, and how like we were talking behind the scenes, like how the European players are now the face of the NBA, and now that he's actually now paired up with a young guy who's extremely talented in his own right. Let's see if this will enhance his game or take it away. Because now he won't just be the focal point. Because De'Aaron Fox can get his, he get buckets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now all the focus won't be on Wembanyama. So that can dim his light or it can brighten it. So I'm just wanting to see, and we're supposed to be getting Popovich back on the sidelines, too. I think Pop supposed to be coming
Oh,
back.
that's good. That's what's up.
So now that he got new tools to play with, and see what offensive scheme he has come up with,
I was gonna say
and
something. Pop coming back just in time.
yeah, like he has time to work some things up. So
Don't
I'm looking
start
forward to see
it. Don't
what
start
he does with that, and also to see what how how Chris Paul works with that because he's the floor general. So let's see how he can get De'Aaron Fox and good spots and also keep feeding Wembanyama. Also keep feeding the young guys. The guy what's his name? Vassell.
Yeah.
So I feel like
I think it's going to be some balance.
I feel like San Antonio um gonna make the playoffs this year. They're gonna make the playoffs this year. I think
Oh,
they're gonna make
okay.
a nice little run. I think they're gonna make a
Yeah,
nice little
okay.
run. Yeah.
That's a nice third floor window to jump out of. Okay.
Ah,
I'm not mad. I'm not
Yeah,
mad at that because again, De'Aaron Fox just like you said, De'Aaron Fox just kind of stepped the San Antonio Spurs up a level just with his presence alone. So
yep.
again, I could see that play in. You know what I mean? And then we'll see what happens after that. You know what I'm saying? We in the building, man. Um, we got to talk about this too, Kim.
Oh my God. I mean, it's just a revolving door in the WNBA. I can't keep up with all the moves every
Look,
day.
Tanisha said her favorite. Tanisha said her favorite team is the Indiana Fever now.
I didn't say it was the fever.
But you know what? I can't be mad at that because I mean,
Yeah, what?
look at what did I say that needed to happen in Austin? They had to make some moves. And the biggest move to me was resigning Kelsey Mitchell, not letting Mitchell go.
Walk,
That was
right, right, right.
big because her and Caitlin Clark in the backcourt works well together. And then you bring in veteran presence, Dewana Bonner. Like what?
Mm,
You know, you you bring in what they got Sophie Cunningham. Like they
mm.
got players, like they got vets
They
on
got the
the team.
squad. They
Yeah,
got a squid on.
then you got a
Mm-hmm.
squad to go with your young court, and you kept your young court. Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark,
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey Mitchell. Like you still have
Mm-hmm.
your young core now with this veteran presence. And speaking of moves, who's seen Brittany Griner signing with the Atlanta
Going
Dream?
to Atlanta.
Who's seen that?
What?
Like
Yeah.
nobody saw that. Like that was wild right there. Not only that, what happened to Connecticut? Yo, everybody from Connecticut is
They
going
just yeah,
home.
everybody left. They must
The,
not be letting them go to the casino no more or something. 'Cause everybody broke out.
the whole starting lineup. I said, wait a minute.
Yes.
Everybody's out of there. Um,
I wanted to talk a little bit about a team that really didn't make any moves. We lost Courtney Vandersloot.
yeah,
She went back to
yeah.
Chicago Sky. Talk about the New York Liberty. Um, the pressure's on them. Please believe it,
Well,
right? We don't have to worry about Connecticut so much no more. But the
no,
Indianas of the world, the Atlantas of the world,
the
on the
Vegas,
come up.
the Vegas,
Vegas is doing. Yeah,
New
Vegas got
York.
a. They got a Wu Tang clan out there in Vegas. Like this is crazy.
But then you
You know
also
what I
gotta look
mean?
at the Sparks with Kelsey Plum,
Yeah.
Nia Jackson, Cameron
And
Brink
then yeah,
came
and then
back.
what's your girl that you like? What's the girl that you like? For the Sparks, the one that was hurt,
Oh, Cameron Brink. Yeah, she coming back.
Cameron Brink. It's like they got another pick
Yeah,
because she'll be coming back.
yeah, because she only played like less than half of the first half of the season, and
Oh, let
then
me. I'm about to blow somebody's spot up.
what?
This is what we do with Down in Sports. Somebody on the panel, I ain't gonna say no names, admitted that they didn't really watch the WNBA. I wonder who that could be.
I'll say it. I don't. I don't.
Ah man, you
I
missing
don't.
out. You missing out.
I only I only just started like kind of getting back in a little bit. Like I saw the Liberty win the championship. So big ups to them. I actually watched them. I was like, okay, they pretty nice. I'm not going to sit up here and automatically jump on a bandwagon of any team, though, automatically just because of that. But I'm a Lisa Leslie old school WNBA more so or less than new school. So it's kind of nice to start seeing like, Rebecca Lobo and all of them, now looking at these young girls and I'm like, wow, okay, so if you getting credit from them, I might need to, start watching
Absolutely.
it. Because
Yeah,
I
absolutely, absolutely. It goes
even
down.
like even with college, I
Mhm.
just started the last maybe 2 or 3 years, kind of seeing the skill of the younger kids coming into professional league. So I'm like, okay, so this is
Hmm.
kind of background of it. I've always stuck with the professional league
Right.
than
Understood.
because there's so much around college culture that just can be overwhelming as shit. So
Right.
I'm like,
Absolutely. That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
you know, you get lost
Broski,
in it.
speaking of USC, what the hell happened?
Yo, I have no clue. Like that, oh man, them losing to an
So what? So
unranked.
what? They retired Caitlin Clark's jersey. So what? You're supposed to still
Yeah,
stomp a
we supposed to
butthole
go
with
up
them,
there
and
and,
they,
and, and
I
crush
mean,
them because they retired her jersey there. But them going to
because they retired her jersey.
a
You know,
unranked
we're talking about
rival is wild.
USC and Iowa played a basketball game, and Iowa beat you. They beat them kind of? They probably put the beats on them, didn't they?
Yeah,
Kind of
they
gave them the
did.
business a little
They beat
bit.
them by double digits. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it was very shocking. And they paid the price because they dropped from like 4 to like 7.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
kind
wanted to
of
talk
think
about.
they
Like
should
they
have dropped a little bit
almost fell
more.
off the map.
I think
Right.
they should have dropped to
You
like
know?
10 because it's no
Mm.
excuse to lose to an unranked Iowa team and like you got beat conventionally. It wasn't like a last second shot, a
Yeah.
field
Or
goal.
lucky, yeah.
Yeah, like that. I was like,
And then South Carolina won on when they retired Asia Wilson's jersey,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
What do you think about her sneaker? The new shoe she got, the Aja ones or the I ones or something?
Um, mm, it's a little
Eh,
bright. It's a little bright for me.
yeah, they are a little, yeah,
It's a
they're
little
a
bright,
little
but
bright.
that's the thing now. Everybody want to wear bright sneakers. I'm not a bright sneaker wearer. I guess I'm regular. But I
Regular
mean,
schmegular, huh?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they look alright. The Jones I really like. I like the Sabrina and Nescu Jones. Sabrina
Okay.
Jones are fire, and I've seen a lot of guys in the NBA wear her sneakers too. Like
Okay, that's what's up.
her Jones fire. But I mean, Asia Jones look alright. That's a little bright. I gotta see it in like in a different color. I know Dawn Stelly was rocking them. I mean, eh, let
Eh,
me see it in a different
all
color.
good.
Let me see it in a different color.
Listen, we over here down in Sports Talk, man. We chop it up about everything, and I didn't want Papoose to get at me,
Oh,
so I promised him that we would. I promised him that we would talk about, um,
gotta talk about the goat,
Clarissa Shields
the
and her
goat.
win over Danielle Jenkins the
Yeah,
other night. It was a Sunday night in
Sunday.
Detroit. Um, Go ahead, Browski. Set it off.
Yo,
I,
I
hey,
just
yo, Pat. I
gotta
told you.
go.
Here we go.
I gotta, we always gotta bow down to the queen because she came in there and she trashed it. Like I'm not gonna say she trashed her because in the beginning it was a back and forth. Then got a couple good hits in, but what we saw at the end, my
Yeah, that
girl
lever,
still
that lever round.
on her feet. Yo, she was on her feet. Like the bell saved her because I was waiting for her to hit that mat, but she ain't had to hit the mat. She was knocked out on her feet.
That the bat hit her. She ain't
plenty of
have this, the mat hit her.
no, we have seen plenty of people be knocked out standing up, and she just
Yo,
won
Tanisha.
the Rolodex.
Oh my!
So,
Listen, and when you
so that
watch
was
it, you gonna
the
see. And when you watch it, yo, you gonna see it coming.
yo,
And when you see it coming, and when she hit her, she dropped like a sack of potatoes. She just fell like this to
but
the
like,
ground,
but like she fell
like
down and then she popped back up and like you saw
like the
boom,
Undertaker.
it was like boom, boom. It was like what?
She got it like the Undertaker and shit.
And
You
it
know
was
what I
crazy.
mean?
It was like her body didn't even hit the ground. It was like you know what it was like? It was like how like you see it like these junkies out there that be all messed up and they just
You
dip
know, doing
back
the
and
dope free
forth up and
lean, and they
down,
be leaning.
leaning all the way, but they never fall down and then they pop back up. That's exactly how it looked. I was like,
To me, I'm sorry.
damn, boom. It was like on. I said,
like,
yo,
like, like,
I said, stop the fight. It's over. It's over. I said, it's done. I was like, but yo, I thought she was gonna knock her out in like what was that, the sixth or seventh round when she like so she came all the way back and she like this hit her straight in the face and she kind of like flew across the ring. I said, oh, she about to knock her out right now. But she still kind of, she kind of held on. So I was like, all right. I said, all right, then, you got a little chin. You still holding on. But that last, I said, that 10th round, I said,
well, we got about 7 good months to get ready because they're finalizing the deal, and we're gonna finally have a good fight to look forward to.
man,
I'm looking forward to it already. It's only February, and the fight is September 13th. Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford is going
yes,
down. You
finally,
can't wait. They fight. See, this is what I'm talking about.
finally.
Like a fight like this, I'm not mad that it's not until September.
I'm
It
happy
gives
it's
it the build
building
up.
up for more. I'm
The
happy
build up,
for it.
you got all summer long. They're gonna be talking about it. You know what I mean? And by the time Fourth of
Anticipation.
July hit, and then my birthday is August 13th. By the time that hit, you know what I mean? That pat, my birthday is August 13th. By the time that passed, that roll around, you know what I mean? My birthday is August 13th, and then it roll around. You know what I mean? And then here we go to so what? September 13th is Canelo Alvarez
Yep.
against Terrence Crawford. And I'm putting it
Yeah.
down right now. I got Terrence Crawford
Yo,
all
I
day.
got Bud also, man. I got Bud to it. And that would be an early birthday gift to me. My birthday on September the 26th, September.
Oh,
but
did I mention my birthday is August 13th? Like that's exactly a month before the fight.
I know, and that
So
and my
when you
birthday
so
September
when you
26th,
say when you
the
see the fight on
birthday came
September
after,
13th,
so
you'll
the
see,
building,
oh
the
yeah,
building
Lefty just had a birthday on August 13th.
and my upcoming birthday will be an early gift to see Bud, you know, take down Canelo. Take down
Hey,
this this,
Tanisha,
this
when is your birthday?
Mexican bully that's just been beating everybody
She
up.
she she, she just when is your birthday?
Mine's is actually coming up. It's April 26th.
April 26th. Okay. April 26th. Baseball season.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I
Yep,
mean?
NBA Finals just
You
went
know, that's
back.
what's up. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? That's what's
that's
up. But
my
yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to this fight
I
right here.
can't
This is a
wait.
big
I
fight.
can't wait.
They've been, talking about it, him and hawing about it.
Yeah,
But it's actually going down. It's not a mirage. It's not a 52 fake out. It ain't none of that.
it's
It's
not a
going
catch
down.
weight. It's
So
not. It's
yeah,
not no
no catch weight, no
stipulation. No
dehydration, none of that
dehydration. It's a
nonsense.
straight fight.
It's going down. And Bud is moving up to 168.
Yes.
So
So
that
it's
that's
gonna
from
be
154.
interesting
So
to see Bud at that weight, and I think with it being in September, he can do it naturally, like gradually move up instead of having to put all that weight on super fast for a fight in like May or early June. So having it in September, I think was smart. That's why I love Bud because he's very smart and strategic with who he fight and how he does it. Because why would you move up so fast? You doing it in
Right,
September.
right.
It's February. You have basically 6 months to get to the proper weight and train with their weight so
And
that
be
you can
comfortable at that
be
weight.
comfortable at
Hmm.
their weight. Like live life at their weight and just
Yeah, right.
so
Absolutely.
I
And so
think
you
that's
could,
why
so
I
you
think
could whoop some ass at that weight.
yeah.
Absolutely. So
That's
you
why I
could whoop
think
ass.
it's like a lot of people right now they're like, oh, Canelo going to walk him, going to trash, and I'm like, I said nah. I said this is going to be. I said this going to be a good fight, and I think Bud going to come up top because I think Canelo is going to try to look for the knockout. I think he's going to try to look for the knockout because he hasn't really knocked anybody out in a while. So I think he's going to try to look for the knockout because of Bud moving up in weight class. And I feel like this is gonna be like one of his final fights. I think Canelo is walking himself out the door, and I feel like he should just fight the guys because you fight him. But I feel like his final fight gotta be Benavidez. He gotta fight this man. Like you can't
What's
How did
Bud's reach?
I watched that fight? I watched the Benavides and Morrell fight.
Uh
Like
huh.
Benavides didn't look like the beast I thought he was gonna be.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed with the showing too because I was expecting him to like really get this guy out of here,
Really, yeah,
and I was
to
like,
do something. You know what I mean?
I was like, all right, man, like it could be the fact that he
What's
just
his
didn't get up
reach?
for the fight. You know?
What's say T?
What's his reach?
What's his reach?
Mm-hmm.
Whose reach?
But
But what you know? I don't know his reach.
I don't know.
But after I know he gonna touch up Canelo. He gonna reach Canelo. I know
Oh,
that. He gonna
he
do
gonna
that.
make sure he touched him
Um,
now.
I think that in my heart of hearts, because we get ready to get up out of here in a few. In my heart of hearts, I think that this is the fight that Terrence Crawford been waiting for. The
Yeah, I
fight
think
that finally is going to
that's what it is.
cement his status as an
Hmm.
all-time great. You know what I mean? Because you hear, oh, he ain't really fight nobody, and this and that and the third. I think that Terrence Crawford has done everything he's needed to do. He's kept his zero, and he's stayed active, and he has action fights,
Yeah,
unlike some people that we know. But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I digress. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Browski's in the building. I'm gonna give my pick. I'm gonna
I
let Browski do what she do. Tanisha's in the building. We appreciate you for coming through. Doors open
yeah.
anytime. Because she's gonna pontificate for a hot minute. She's gonna talk her ish. All right. So
appreciate y'all
I'm gonna
having
say this.
me.
This game, the Super Bowl, one of the biggest days of the year. You got a rematch going on. You got Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, I think that the Philadelphia Eagles this time around it's gonna be different. I think Nick Sirianni is gonna get praised now. I think a lot of people, you know what I mean, talk about Nick Sirianni as they're waiting for it. You know what I mean? Either he's going to be the guy or he's not. I think that this second Super Bowl appearance for him, you know what I mean, locks him down. You know what I mean? Winning the Super Bowl locks him down. He might have a statue right next to the one that Nick Foles and Doug Peterson got outside the link. But Kansas City, this is not the same Kansas City team we've seen the last couple of years. They've got away with the help of referees. Let's keep it real, right? Let's keep it real. Okay, I think that when you have Travis Kelsey hasn't really been that much of a factor, but he still does what he needs to do. You got what's my man? Oh God, what's my man name? The guy they just got from
Oh,
Arizona.
Hopkins, DeAndre
Who?
Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Hmm.
DeAndre Hopkins is going to be big. I think that somebody's going to get an interception late in the first half. Either it's going to be Dijon or it's going to be the Blankenship kid.
My
One of those dudes is going to make a play. One of those dudes is going to make a play. I think the last 2 minutes of the game, if Kansas City is down, that's when the referees are going to come into play. The last 2 minutes of the game. If the Chiefs are down, regardless if they have the ball, Because if the Eagles had the ball, you could get what's that stupid call they had, Tanisha? Lineman downfield.
Oh my God! And
That
all
is the
throwing
dumbest
over the
call.
middle.
I don't know what they're gonna have to figure something out because that call right there it ruins a lot of things, and they don't know what to do because the players behind them
It's the
they
trash
can't see where the
call.
quarterback is. You know what I mean? So by the time they finish doing what they're doing and the players over, Tanisha, now you got a flag because the offensive lineman went too far downfield. He can't go but so far down the field. You
Yeah,
understand?
trash call.
So the referees are going to come into play sometime in this game. I got a wild prop bet. Um, is are they going to mention Taylor Swift more than Travis Kelsey's catches?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. That's just one of those. This one of the prop bets. Saquon Barkley. Will he have over 150 yards rushing?
Nah, I think he'll have
No.
over 150 all-purpose yards.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because I feel
Will
like
AJ Brown will AJ Brown have 5 catches?
Yes,
I don't think so.
Mm.
yes.
Okay.
Only because of the fact
Um.
that they're
Go
gonna
ahead.
sit him. They're gonna sit
Okay.
him. They gonna time him because again, two players definitely between AJ Brown and Saquon are gonna get double teamed by defense off of Kansas City. Their defense is pretty bad.
No doubt. Browski, it's on you before we get down on it. When we get out of here.
Listen, we're gonna trash
Talk.
these
Hey,
guys.
listen.
I'm
Talk
just
your
gonna throw
stuff.
it
Go
out
ahead.
there.
Go ahead.
We look.
I'm gonna sit
Listen,
back and eat some grapes.
we trashing them. It's not gonna be close like people were saying. We're gonna show the world that we are the dominant team. That we are superior to the Chiefs. We want to beat them despite the refs. I feel like Saquon will have over 150 all-purpose yards. AJ will have more than 6 catches. Um, these the Chiefs secondary is trash. We're gonna show them how trash they are. We had the most superior offensive line. Um, we got the most superior defensive line. We just want to show them that we are the better team. All that Patrick Mahomes magic bullshit out the window. Out the window. This season, like I said, is different. This matchup with the Chiefs this year is different. He's not. Andy Reid is not coaching against Gannon and Shane Steichen. He's coaching against Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore, two seasoned coordinators. You know, these are not young guys that just came up through the ranks because their friend is the head coach of a team. We have veteran coordinators. We have a veteran team. We have a more mature quarterback this year. He knows what it feels like to lose the Super Bowl. He's seen it. He's going to take that and run with it. Literally, he's going to run with it. We're going to see Jalen Hurts that we saw in 2022 when he had one of his best seasons ever. And with the addition of Saquon, I feel like we're going to trash them. I'm telling you, it's not going to be that close. We're not going to give the refs a chance to take this opportunity from us. This is ours. We've been we have been chomping at the bits for this Super Bowl rematch. This is what I wanted. I knew they was going to get back to the
Now
Super
you
Bowl.
now you sound like Apollo Creed.
Nah, nah, nah. Cause we ain't gonna do that. We gonna finish it. We gonna finish this out. And what's crazy is this is what we wanted all year. We knew that at the end of the season we were gonna be standing across the field looking at the Chiefs. It was gonna be nobody else but the Chiefs. And everybody, like I said, all year kept, oh, Detroit Lions, Detroit Lions, Detroit Lions.
Right.
You know, and you know what? And we let them. Please do not pick us because you haven't picked us all year. I want you guys to not pick us. Please say that the Chiefs are going to win. Just say it. Embrace it. Put all your coins on it. So that at the end of the day, you'll be sitting there with egg on your face while we're partying up and down Broad Street, climbing every damn light pole that we can find in Philadelphia. Okay? Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to be hearing dreams and nightmares all week. You're going to be hearing Blow the Whistle by Too Short. Somehow we adopted that West Coast song and I love it. Okay? You're going to hear Fly Eagles Fly. You're going to hear
And I got 5 on it, but never
Listen,
mind. That's
you're gonna hear Fly Eagles Fly, you're gonna hear the original version, you're gonna hear the remix, the club version, the dance version. What any type of way they mix it up, you're gonna hear all of that. You're gonna see Gilly up and down Broad Street. He's gonna be all over the internet dancing with his big ass
all
hat
in the videos.
he with his old guys with the brooms and everything. You're gonna see that all up and down the internet, and I can't wait. And I can't wait for everybody that's sitting on ESPN and Fox Sports to sit there and be like, "Oh wow, the Eagles won. Oh, they were a dominant team." No, I want them to say none of that. Continue to pick against us. Continue to do it. And then when we come back here on Tuesday, I'm gonna have on a Super Bowl championship Eagles t-shirt, and we're gonna be celebrating all next Tuesday. And then all of y'all
All right.
Packers,
All right.
Commanders fans, Detroit
I have
fans,
my bottle.
Buccaneers fans, Seahawk fans, Packers fans,
Wait a
And
minute.
I
Hold on.
said,
Wait a minute. Now you're
get
doing too much. Wait a minute. Wait
Super
a
Bowl
minute.
President
champions.
said,
Buccaneers fans. Wait a
The
minute.
whole league on notice. The whole league on
Wait a
notice.
minute.
Y'all Pittsburgh Steelers fans, y'all Baltimore Ravens fans, out of here. Buffalo Bills fans,
Well,
out
ladies
of
and
here.
gentlemen, the show is over. We appreciate you for coming in. We appreciate you for. Wait a minute. The Buccaneers. What did we
Everybody
do?
get it. Everybody getting the smoke. As soon as we get that trophy,
I know that's right.
everybody
I know
gonna
that's right, Bosky. I know
everybody
that's
getting that
right.
smoke.
That's right. Listen, that's what's up. This is how we do it over here, Tanisha. We appreciate you coming through. Um, we got one more segment before we get out of here. It's called Get Down on It. And what we do is we basically just talk about something that bothers you or something that you're excited about. Um, and you just get a couple minutes to just do your thing. Before we get into that real quick, I want to give a respect to the people in Philly that dealt with that plane crash, yo. You know what I
Yeah, that's
mean?
crazy.
So I hope everything is, getting back to where it's supposed to be. And I'm hearing, now that they're finding out a lot of people now, some people didn't make it home.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's not even a situation that's over with yet. You know what I mean? People are still, dealing with that. So salute and hats off and respect to the people out there, and no doubt the people in Virginia, D.C. as well. No doubt, absolutely. Time, let's get down on it, man. Let's talk about what we want to talk about. Since we got company in the building, we gonna let our esteemed guests get down on it. What you getting down on, Tanisha? Do your thing.
you know what? I am
I want
going,
I want to eat some grapes.
okay. I want you to get down on them grapes while I talk about this stupid idea about shortening the games in the NBA. I'm totally
Let's
against
go.
it. 4 quarters at 2 minutes. Come on now.
Yeah.
For what? For what? We got to deal with, I tell you what you do. How about you stop the
Right.
2.5 to 5 minute wait time of a free throw? You know how long they be standing there practicing the shot? How about
Giannis.
you put a time clock on that, then shorten in the quarters?
You're right.
That's what I appreciate.
Yeah, that's
That
bad.
I mean, you got to deal with the refs having to do the reviews. Those reviews take ridiculous amount of time. Turn the refs on these reviews. What was it that
Yeah.
Lakers game? Was it last year or something where it took like 3 times to review a call? And was it
They
even
did
a
that at the
challenge?
they did that at the Knicks and the Rockets game the other night. The end of the game, it was like
Yeah,
trying to review a call that it took forever. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Have a time clock on the reviews.
yeah,
That's a good idea.
yeah. No,
That's
I
that's what
agree
I'm a
with
big
that.
fan of.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I think
appreciate you. That was a live one.
no, that was
Browski,
a
it's
good
on you. What you getting
yeah.
down on? What you getting down on, Browski? It's on you.
I'm getting down on my Sixers finally
Look
submitting
at this.
paperwork to get a WNBA team. They had officially filed paperwork to bring a WNBA team to Philadelphia. So that's what I'm getting down on. I am excited. Um, I knew that as soon as they got this arena situation settled, that was the next step is filing the official paperwork. So now that we have that, um, I just need some type of announcement within like the next year or so. I can't wait 2 years. It gotta be next year. I need an announcement for next year that a WNBA team coming to Philadelphia. I need this WNBA expansion to expand to not just Philadelphia. I need to see a team in Boston. I need to see a team. I need to see teams in our basketball towns. The Bostons, Philly,
Detroit's,
Detroit, Houston. Like
Mhm.
Houston.
they had teams there in the past. I need them to bring back the Detroit Shock. I need them to bring back the Houston Comets. One of the most historic franchise in WNBA history should be back. They should be a mainstay in the WNBA. Like I need more teams, and I need not just one team at a time. I need at least 2 to 4 teams each year. Like we talked about in the past, there's so much talent, female talent out there that's being wasted or sent overseas because they don't have an opportunity here to play in the states. We got all these young ladies in college that's balling out just to get drafted and then to get cut because there's no roster spots for them here,
Crazy, crazy.
which is nuts. We've seen so many first round draft picks get cut because there's no spots for them, and now they're playing overseas somewhere and not at home. So I'm so happy that the Sixers stepped up, filed their paperwork. Um, I can't wait to hear more cities step up and file their paperwork also. So that's what I'm getting down on. So on you left.
That's what's up, Browski. Um, no, I got to beat you in the head, right? This is what I'm getting down on. I'm getting down on George Stein, not George Steinbrenner, the Steinbrenners.
Uh-huh.
How? How can you, in your right mind, your left mind, your back mind, your front mind, talk about what the Dodgers are doing?
Oh my God.
Because the words that he uses, Tanisha, is can't afford, spend too much. Them words never comes out of a Steinbrenner mouth.
that's a
Never.
new that's a new
It,
breed.
yeah.
It's new
Like
breed.
But is
What the Dodgers are doing. Go ahead.
but was there some truth behind it?
I mean, it was all right. Yeah, it's truth behind it, Tanisha, but he's not exactly the one to tell that truth, if you understand what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
that's like Puffy spending all this money doing what he do, and then Suge on the other side of the country does what he do, and Puffy's like, he doing too much. He can't do that. What you talking about? You know what I mean? So again, Steinbrenner was not the person to say that the Dodgers are spending too much money because that's all the Yankees do is spend money. Yeah, if you get a owner out like Milwaukee, one of those small market teams that really don't have that cachet like that to spend, then I can
Right.
see it. Yeah, you know what I mean? It makes more sense, Tanisha. You know what I mean? But for
Yeah.
the Steinbrenners, what Nas say, Browski? Nah, not you, bro. No, not you, not you, cousin. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting down on that. Those words should never come out your mouth. This is the world that we're in today. Everybody wants a cop, please. Everybody wants to be mad at what the next man is doing, even though you did it, a lifetime ago. You know what I mean? George Steinbrenner was paying money for. He was buying everybody.
He
They was
was.
calling the Yankees the evil empire.
Listen.
No, it wasn't. It was the fact that no. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold
Uh
up. It was the fact of the man that we just spent. We spent, and if it wasn't for the Yankees, teams like the Cardinals, the Pirates, the Marlins, the Brewers, they wouldn't exist because we have to pay that luxury tax because we spend a certain amount of money, Tanisha. We have to pay a luxury tax,
Very
which
expensive. Too
goes,
much
it's
money.
distributed amongst the other teams in the league, which makes them puts more money in their pocket so they can go out and get free agents. You understand? So they buy. So what Brosky and her team in Philadelphia is doing, the Phillies are actually buying players with money that they get from. And I believe that right there. So for Hal to say that another ownership group is spending too much money is what's the word I'm thinking of, Browski? He's a rapper from Atlanta with the big hands. Ludicrous. There you go. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So again, at the end of the day, Tanisha, we definitely appreciate you. It's time for us to get up out of here. Browski got some things to do. Um, we will be back next Tuesday night. Um, allegedly, it's gonna be a Super Bowl celebration.
Yes,
You
it
know what I
is.
mean?
Yes,
I'll
it
have
is.
my bottle. I'll have a bottle just because.
It will be a party.
You know what I mean? And we're gonna get into it and do a whole bunch of stuff and talk our thing and do what we do. Brasky, I appreciate you every time, yo. You already know what it is. All right, Tanisha, I appreciate you. Win Walker, wherever you are, man. I hope you're all right. And
Yes.
we're about to get up out of here. Y'all hang out for a second. Don't go nowhere, yo. All right.
All
We're
right.
about to shut y'all down, but we're gonna do our thing in the green room, have some fun, all right, and get up out of here. Y'all ain't got to go home, but get ready for work or school in the morning. All right, down in sports, we out of here, y'all. Catch us on Facebook. Catch us everywhere you catch us at. All right, peace. We out.
Peace.
All right.